Alrighty, what's going on, guys? It is Killer Drone, and welcome back to the Killer Drone channel. Today, we're going to be covering more Fortnite. In particular, we're going to be covering the Husks, because what better information do you need to know than what you're actually going to be fighting in the game? And it's been a while for me to actually get the information to cover this, so I have all of the information here to tell you exactly what these guys are. However, I do not have the names for all of them, so I'm going to instead be showing you pictures. That way you guys can correlate them, but the actual names I have not found anywhere online, so do forgive me for that. But let's go ahead. I'm going to show a picture on screen here, and we're going to go through all of the ones that are on this screen. So the first guy is in the middle. He is known as the standard Husk. He's basically the simplest form of Husk. You can distract them easily, and they basically make up the bulk of the Husks that are going to be coming toward you. These travel directly toward your base, and they are the easiest to defeat. They have the lowest health of all of the Husks that are in the game. They also come in a bee head hive variety, so basically sometimes you'll see them and they'll have a beehive on their head, and if you go and you attack them from close up and you break that beehive, then all of the bees will swarm around and they'll do an area of effect damage in that area over time. So basically, while you're in that area, the bees are going to be stinging you and it's going to do damage to you over time. The next Husk that I want to talk about is actually to this Husk's left. It is known as the Pitcher. We do not have an official name for him, but we're going to call him the Pitcher. Basically, this guy aims specifically for your hero. He throws bones at your hero, and these guys are a little bit obnoxious. So what they do is they throw these bones pretty fast at your character. And if you're standing directly in front of your base and then move out of the way of them, then the bones can actually do damage to your base. So basically, whenever you're facing these guys, they're going to aim for you. So either you can take the bullet or you can have your base take the bullet if you can dodge them. So it's a little bit annoying. Basically, if you're facing up against these guys, you probably don't want to stand in front of your base. And from all of the alpha players that I've talked to, these guys are super freaking annoying. So I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. The next Husk that we're going to cover is going to be known as the Siege Husk. This one actually throws energy skulls at your base, and she is a long-range thrower. So this one will stand way away from your base, usually behind a hill, hiding somewhere, and they're going to lob these huge energy skulls over on top of your base. So if your base doesn't have a roof on it, basically it's going to destroy what's ever inside. So the way that I would recommend to take care of these guys is to actually have your ninja or your outlander that is supposed to be, patrolling the perimeter of the base. Have them go and hunt these guys down while the soldier is fending off the main portions of the fort. I think that that's going to be the most effective way in order to take care of these guys, because if you don't have a roof on part of your base, these guys are going to do a lot of damage. The next Husk is actually not found in this picture. I'm going to move over and I'm going to show you this picture here. This picture is the picture of the Fat Husk. Basically, this guy functions the exact same way as the regular Husks that we've covered already, but this one has more health. However, he can be carrying a propane tank instead of wearing a beehive on his head. So this guy does not wear the beehive. He instead carries a propane tank on his shoulder that he'll be walking around with. If you shoot this tank, it's going to explode and do damage to whatever is around him, whether that be zombies or even your base. So if this guy gets in your base with that propane tank and you hit that propane tank with a bullet, it will blow up your base. So be very careful of these guys. Avoid the propane tank if they're up close, but if they're far away, use that propane tank in order to kill all the zombies around you. It'll make your job a lot easier for taking on the bulk of the Husks. The next guy is going to be known as the Teleporter, and the reason that I've given him this name is because I've only seen him in mini games where he will pop in and out of the ground and you'll have to shoot at him, and once you kill him, you will get what's known as blue glow, which is kind of a reward that's given in the game. So basically, I'll try and find footage of this. Basically, the guy just pops in and out of the ground, and you're going to waste your bullets shooting at this guy in order to get the blue glow. However, there is a trick that you can do instead of wasting your bullets early on in the game in order to kill this guy. Your pickaxe will do damage to him. So instead of wasting all of your ammunition, you can actually just walk up to this guy, hit him with your pickaxe a lot, and he'll eventually die. So that'll save you a lot of bullets at the beginning of the game, in which bullets are a little bit hard to come by. The next guy that we have in this picture is going to be the big fist guy. That's what I have officially named him. And this dude does a lot of damage. Think of this guy kind of as your boss. He tends to go after the heroes specifically, but he can do massive damage to your base as well. So if you just ignore this guy, he'll definitely go after your base. But if you're, in the vicinity, he's going to come after you. And that fist that he has there does a ridiculous amount of damage. The best way to take this guy down is going to be your soldier's debuff that you have. And you're going to want to go ahead, use that debuff on him, and then have everybody target him to take him down as quickly as possible. Because if he makes it to your base, it is going to be catastrophic for you. The last Husk that we will cover in this video is actually in the top left-hand corner. This guy is known as the Thrower, and basically this is one of your end game Husks. He's one of the hardest to actually deal with, because what this guy does is he actually stands a good ways away from your base, and he picks up other zombies and throws them toward your base with that big hand that he has there, with that big arm. So he'll actually take zombies and throw them over the top of your base and into it if you don't have a roof. Or if you do have a roof, they'll basically land on your roof and then they'll kind of slide down, walk around, destroy your roof, whatever the case may be. These guys are extremely lethal and actually test really how advanced you are at the game. And I think it's going to be really interesting to actually go up against these guys, because I think they're going to be very hard and very challenging to take down. It looks like they're going to be about the same size as the really big fist guy, so I'm wondering if they're going to have just as much health and if they're going to be that big of a pain, or if they're going to, have a normal amount of health. Maybe kind of like the fat Husk that we've talked about before. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns with these guys in particular, but I think they're going to be very interesting. Anyway, guys, that's all that I have for you today. If you did enjoy, go ahead, leave a like. If you did not enjoy, go ahead, leave a dislike. That's fine too. And if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe. You guys have been absolutely awesome. We actually passed up 1,000 subscribers today, and it has just been absolutely amazing, all of the support you guys have been showing. I very much appreciate it, and that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day.